So here we are then. Let's finish our reading of the whole Bible in the Jesus Storybook Bible. You might want to read along. I know many of you have this Bible at home. You might want to read along in your copy of the Bible. So today's story is called A Dream of Heaven. John was one of Jesus' helpers. He was old now and living on an island, which might sound very nice, except it was a prison. The leaders put him there to stop him talking about Jesus. But I'm sure you don't think a little thing like being in a cell, in a prison, on an island, in the middle of the ocean, would stop God's plan, do you? One morning, Jesus appeared right there in John's cell. Jesus' eyes were bright, shining like the sun. I am going to show you a secret, John, Jesus said, about when I come back. His voice was like the sound of rushing waters. Write down what you see so God's children can read it and wait with happy excitement. Then Jesus gave John a beautiful dream, except John was wide awake and what he saw was real, and one day it will all come true. This is the dream that John wrote down. I see a throne, and on the throne is a king, and the king is Jesus. All around the throne, people are bowing down, and they are giving him their treasures. There are loud cheers and clapping and bright laughter like 1,000 waterfalls, and everyone bursts out singing a new song. This is our King, the Lamb who died, so we don't have to, our rescuer. All honour and glory, forever and ever. And every creature everywhere, in heaven and on earth, and under the earth, and in the sea, joins in the song. And then, from all around, a wide, immense, and beautiful silence. And I see Satan, God's horrible enemy, thrown down, defeated. Then I see a sparkly city shimmering in the sky, glittering, glowing, coming down from heaven, from the sky. Heaven is coming to earth. God's city is beautiful. Walls of topaz, jasper, sapphire, wide streets paved with gold, gleaming pearl gates that are never locked shut. Where is the sun? Where is the moon? They aren't needed anymore. God is all the light people need. No more darkness, no more light. And the king says, look, and God and his children are together again. No more running away and hiding. No more crying or being lonely or afraid. No more being sick or dying, because those things are gone. Yes, they're gone forever. Everything sad has become untrue. And see, I have wiped away every tear from every eye. And then a deep, beautiful voice that sounded like thunder in the sky says, look, I am making everything new. It was hard for John to squeeze all that he saw into words, and then fit it on a page, and then cram it into a book. All the words on all the pages of all the books in all the world would never be enough. I am the beginning, Jesus said, and the ending. John knew that one day heaven would come down and mend God's broken world and make it our true and perfect home once again. And John knew, in some mysterious way that would be hard to explain, that everything was going to be more wonderful for once having been so sad. And John knew then that the ending of the story was going to be so great that it would make all the sadness and tears and everything seem just like a shadow that is chased away by the morning sun. "I'm on my way," Jesus said. "I'll be there soon." John came to the end of the book. But he didn't write the end, because of course that's how stories finish, and this one is not over yet. So instead he wrote, "Come quickly, Jesus," which perhaps is really just another way of saying, "to be continued." For anyone who says yes to Jesus, for anyone who believes what Jesus said, for anyone who will just reach out to take it, God will give them this wonderful gift, to be born into a new life, to be who they really are, who God made them to be, their own true selves, God's dear child. Because you see, the most wonderful thing about this story is it is your story too. What an amazing end there is. And what an amazing thing for us to look forward to. God's new heaven and earth. So let's do a little bit more thinking about that story. My first question is, what was your favourite part of the story? Tell each other now. And now, what do you think was the most important part of that story? That might be quite a tricky question today. Have a think and a chat. And lastly, where are you in that story? The last thing the story said was, it's your story too. Have a think about what that story means to you. Well done. Good thinking and chatting. This is a very interesting story, and it might be something that occupies your thoughts for quite a few days. Do chat to your parents or another grown-up more about what this story means for you.